almost done. Well, that's yet to be worked out, although it is worth noting U.S.-made weapons to provide to rebels in Syria have fallen into the hands of ISIS. Fighters have also obtained weapons which were supplied by Saudi Arabia to opposition groups in southern Syria in January 2013, according to The Guardian. Finally, to the blood-lusting hordes of people who are incensed by dissenting, say CODEPINK should go try to negotiate with ISIS and see what happens to them. Opposing this military intervention does not make one pro-ISIS. It does not make one pro-ISIS any more than being opposed to the Iraq War, which George W. Bush launched, made one pro-Saddam Hussein. There's a video clip on that during the hearing with Kerry's rhetoric. And it is a good person made a lot of sense. The author made a lot of sense here on this article. And like I have to say too, with John Kerry, he is nothing more than another warmongering chicken hawk who actually voted for the invasion of Iraq as a senator in 2003, which George W. Bush, took charge, supposedly, or allegedly. So, so I'm glad CODEPINK went out there to call him out, because it is fantastic, because we all know, I know for a fact, John Kerry's always been a proud hypocrite, never stood for what's right, a terrible senator, a terrible political figurehead. A man like him needs to be thrown in prison too. I treat him like Bush and Cheney and Barack Obama as well. Just nothing more than irrelevant individuals. So I'll have to see that. And that'll be the last thing I'm going to be doing for the night. I think that's it, right? Yep. This came out the 15th of September. This is by Neon Nettle. Website neonnettle.com. It's entitled Nicole Kidman's Dad Dies Amid Aussie Pedophile Ring Scandal. Originally, I got this from David Icke, and then I got this link from Neon Nettle. And let me see here, as it reads, respected clinic. Okay, let's go here. The father of Australian-American actress Nicole Kidman died after suffering a fatal fall at the hotel in Singapore. Willis visited his 44-year-old daughter, Antonia. She resides with her husband and children, according to reports, but an article has surfaced stating that the 75-year-old had fled to Singapore after child abuse allegations were filed, lurking him to an elite pedophile ring. Respected clinic psychologist Dr. Anthony Kidman, who, according to the Mirror, was awarded an Order of Australia in 2005 for services to health, reportedly suffered a fall in his room at the exclusive Tanglin Club, but died of a heart attack inside the hotel restaurant. Nicole's publicist and close family friend, Wendy Day, told Daily Mail Australia that the Hollywood actress and her family are in shock and grieving, adding, "I think that some time and privacy is indeed to deal with this shocking tragedy." Kidman's U.S. publicist, Leslie Dart, echoed this in a statement. Nicole and her family are in shock by the sudden death of her father. She appreciates the outpouring of support and kindly requests privacy during this difficult time. Oscar Award-winning husband, country music singer Keith Urban, has canceled a show in the U.S. to join it with his wife in Australia. Okay. The Straight Time reports that renowned clinical psychologist Dr. Anthony Kidman, who has carried out scientific research in the field at Sydney's Royal North Shore Hospital, was Health Psychology Unit at the University of Technology, Sydney. Over 40 years, collapsed at the social club's Real House restaurant after completing his morning exercise. A doctor and members of the public who were present attempted to resuscitate Dr. Kidman before paramedics shortly arrived at the scene. The meds continued to resuscitate him, and they took him to the Tan Kak Singh Hospital. However, he was pronounced dead. However, Reuters report that local police are currently probing the unnatural death of Dr. Kidman. But the controversy surrounds Dr. Kidman's death before its news reports that clinical psychologist was linked to an elite Sydney pedophile ring and fled to Singapore amid sexual abuse allegations against him. A month prior, Fiona Barnett filed a complaint to New South Wales Police and the Child Abuse Royal Commission, allegedly to sexual and physical abuse against her by Dr. Kidman. The allegations were taken to the International Common Law Court of Justice in Brussels, which has been looking into Barnett's allegations as well as testimonies over 60 witnesses who have also detailed of an elite ring partaking in child sacrifice, hunting parties, and pedophile activities which spans worldwide. Barnett, a whistleblower of the mind-controlling Ninth Circle satanic cult operated by Nazis and the CIA, and the shocking child abuse rituals many allege to take place within the group, came forward with a horrifying testimony implicating Dr. Kidman as well as two former Australian prime ministers. She recalled in a horrifying testimony in the late afternoon of October 28, 1975, I was taken to my 6th birthday party in the Kaimea forest. The cordial was spiked with drugs. I fell asleep. When I woke, it was dark, and I was lying naked, face up, spread eagle, on the picnic table with my hands and legs tied. Perpetrators took turns sneaking up on me. They carried rifles and had a pack of starving Doberman dogs. I was told a group of naked children huddled nearby were my responsibility. I was to run and hide them. Every child I failed to hide would be killed and fed to the dogs. They painted something on my back and chest and then released us. The hunting party reached us. Shots were fired and children began dropping all around me. With all lost hope of saving other children, I took off and I ran for my life. Barnett's named Dr. Kidman as the main perpetrator, also trying to stop her from speaking out in her sickening experience at the hands of the child abuse network, and that news of his death has certainly affected her. She detailed that she believed he may have been sacrificed by his masters, revealing in a before its news report. The main perpetrator of my child abuse, Anthony Kidman, is dead. After I filed complaints accusing him of rape, torture, and murder of children in an exclusive Sydney pedophile ring. He was subjected to me to horrific sexual and physical assaults, but there are even worse and more conditions crimes against children that I have witnessed Kidman commit as a member of the elite Sydney pedophile ring. Kidman was responsible for ensuring that I never disclosed pedophile activities that I witnessed as a child. He failed as a victim of mind control. I feel he has been sacrificed for failing to adequately program me. And a video clip on here as well about the trafficking in Holland, and probably see that another time. But I'll gotta admit, I've been reading stuff like this for a good period of time. Kathy O'Brien, and I hear about these other pedophile rings around the world, and there's even allegations that even Bill Clinton was involved, George W. Bush, Pope John Paul. It's just allegations, I would say, in good faith. But I do believe you got a bunch of demented people out there. There are people that they're considered celebrities and people look up to. Don't really know about their dark side. And for that, I recommend, check out these books like, by David Icke, Biggest Secret, and other. Just gotta do a little homework. I recommend just engine search pedophile ring scandals. And you probably get a big list of what's going on around the world. It's been going on for thousands of years and under our wraps. And one day, I'll say these bastards involved these pedophile rings will get theirs. Really soon. But when I least expect it. When we least expect it. And that will be my intake for this article. And all I gotta say is, thank you for everyone for listening, taking the time to hear my show. And you got any comments, recommendations, criticism's good too. Open discussion, how to make it better myself and so forth, or love me, hate me, don't matter. You can hook me up on mainly Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube. And I do have a Tumblr, but I rarely use that. But Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, that'll be your best bet to get hook me up to. Alright, once again, it's been a pleasure to do this episode, and hopefully you all enjoy it. Remember, as always, demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate societies. Until next time, take care of yourselves, keep on spreading the love, and may your guardian spirits be with you.